Now I'm going to show you how to change everything on your design on the front end of your website. So all you had to do is go under marketing and then go under manage design. First thing you'll see is the pages, and you'll notice that different pages are showing active versus inactive. So what that is your pages will show up either right here on your footer or up here on your navigations bar. But basically, you'll notice right now that only catalog, galleries, reviews, and about us are active, while careers page and articles page are inactive. You could always set this back as active and it will show back up. However, if you're not currently hiring or if you don't have a blog, it may be more advantageous to you to just set it as inactive in case that is something that you don't want clients navigating towards. Next is your header. So your header is this bar up here and just this bar. Right now you'll notice that whenever I scroll, the bar will change colors and it will then pop up. This is because I currently have a dynamic header set as on. However, you could always set this as off. For your dynamic headers, you'll need to make sure that these two boxes or these four boxes are filled out. If you have no dynamic headers and you only have one type of color throughout, you'll just be worried about these two boxes up here. And so this is your header background color. Right now you'll see that it's transparent, and that's why whenever we first land on this page, you won't be able to see the bar in the back, and it's because it's transparent. Here you'll be able to select the font color, and it's exactly the same down here. So this is just the color that you would like everything to change to. Now, there are two different types of headers. We have the fixed header as well as the static header. Currently, I have this under fixed, and that means whenever you scroll, the header stays with you. However, if it's under static and whenever you scroll, this header will remain at the top and your clients won't be able to see it as they scroll through your website. Here you'll be able to select your logo size. Currently it is at medium, however we could change it to large. You could also change the logo location as well from left to centered. Right now this is at centered, or sorry, left. But if you go onto the website and if you make any changes, all you'll have to do is refresh. And now you'll notice that the change has been implemented. Now going on to banners. So the banner is actually this up here. You could put this text as whatever you would like. Right now on our demo site, it is a sales banner, but here you'll be able to choose, would you like a button to show on the banner or not? That button is this up here, and you'll be able to link a URL to that button if you would like for whenever clients to click on that button for them to navigate somewhere else. So you could put the URL right here. You could change the button text here. Here you'll be able to select the banner background color, you could change the banner font color, you could select the banner text, and you could also choose the button background color as well as the button font color. Once you're done, you'll just hit update design and it will show up on your front end. Here's your hero. And your hero page is basically this first image and text that they see whenever your clients first get onto your website. Here, you'll be able to select if you want it to be an image background or a color background. I always recommend image so clients could see what you actually offer. If you choose a color background, however, you could always select the color right here. Here you could choose if you want reviews to show up on here or not. Right now we have none, but let's say we want to show 5-star reviews. So now it'll tell you the amount of 5-star reviews that you have. Go back to the hero page, you'll be able to change the color and font size of 3 different texts: your header text, your subheader text, as well as your review text. And this is all for the colors, this is all for the size. And for clarification, this is your header, this is your subheader, and this is your reviews text. Now here you'll be able to select your quote button color, and this is the only button that you're able to change away from the individual button tab. This button specifically is this right here. You could select if you would like that button to show yes or no. Then you'll also be able to select what text goes inside of that button. So currently we have get an instant quote. However, this may be different if, let's say, you just want it to say quote. that's fine as well. Here, you'll be able to see the image overlay transparency. And what that is it adds a darker overlay to the image that you've selected so that it's easy to read the text. If we set the image overlay to 0, you'll be able to see the image in its full brightness. However, the issue with that is since this is white, it will camouflage your text and it will be harder to read. If you put it at 100, it will turn your photo completely black. So right now we have it at a pretty good even amount. Here you'll be able to change your hero header text, and the only thing that you're able to change in the hero header is this front part right here. Now we will keep in the blank, this would be your location and then area. And the reason why we do this is because it's easier for ads, or it's better for conversion rates whenever you are doing ads or search engine ads. And that's because whenever clients first go onto your website, they need to know that they are on the right page and that your company services their area. Let's say they click onto your website, and since SEO ads do charge per click, you'll now be paying for that click. And then if they don't see what area you really service, they might click out of it because now they're like, is this really a company within my area? So that's just something that you'll have to keep in mind for, and that's why we actually keep this specific formatting. Now, lastly, you can change your hero subheader text, and this could be completely changed to what you would like it to be. Then you'll just hit update settings. Now, for next is your quote, your FAQ, your catalog, your jobs, and your reviews. These 5 sections are very similar, so I will try to go over this a little bit quicker so that it doesn't take up too much time. So here, you're able to select a image background or a color background. Right now, I have a image background selected just because it goes well with the branding with black and gold, but also because it puts more attention to the instant quote form. However, you could always change it to a color background, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. You'll just select the color background right here. Here, you'll be able to select your quote header text color as well as your quote header text font size. So right now the size is at 40 and the color is currently white. Down here, you'll be able to select if you want these specific items to show on your quote form or not. There is a event type input option. There's an option to see if setup is required. There's a building type option, and there's also a drop-off area option. If you don't want clients to be able to select any of these, then you'll just put this at no and then update your design. Next is your FAQs. This is exactly the same as your quotes. Here you'll be able to select a color background or an image background. Right now the background is set at white, so it is the default color. You'll be able to select the header text color, text font size. The only difference in this one is that you're able to select the FAQ box background color as well as the FAQ box font color. If you go under the demo site, you'll notice that your FAQs are within these boxes that you're able to open up and collapse. This is what the box is. And so you're able to change this color to whatever you may wish. Once you're done, you just hit update design, and then it will change on your front page. Next is your catalog, and this is slightly different. So the top part is like your quote form, while the bottom part is like your hero form. So for catalog pages, you'll notice that there is a catalog section right here, as well as a separate catalog option right here. So the top page actually affects the front landing page catalog option. And here, color background or image background, text color, and text font size. Exactly the same. The only difference here is you're able to select if you want to show all inventory items or if you want to show inventory categories. Inventory categories are shown on this demo page, while all inventory items is basically, it will show your inventory items all right here, and you'll be able to separate the items based on categories based on this button up here. And it will just redo basically what items show whenever you select a different category. Now if you go down, you'll be able to see that you have the show description option or the hide description option. Your description is this right here. You're also able to change this card color as well as the text within the card color. And that will be these options right here. Here is where you'll be able to change items for your separate catalog page. So here you could select the image that is being used, or you could change it to a color background. You're able to change the header text. Right now, only this is changeable, but like with the hero page, this is not. Here, you'll be able to select the button text. So right now we have get an instant quote, but like earlier, you could always change this to something else. For your subheader text, this is completely customizable as well, so you could select what you would like to put there. Here, you'll just select if you want the reviews to show, yes or no. The reviews will show right here. Now, next is your jobs. All you could do is select image background or color background, and that's it. For your reviews, it's the same as the catalog. The top affects your reviews section over here, while the bottom affects your reviews page. So currently we don't have anything within the system, so it is empty. However, you can select a color background or image background, and then for the front end, you could select if you want the customer's image, and this is the image that shows whenever they are leaving a review. You could change that to circle, square, or rounded square. And right here, you'll see that's what the image is. Before I go here, you're also able to change the section, header text color, as well as the header text font size. But if you go down here, the only option you'll be able to change is image background or color background. Into articles, this is where you would set up your blog page. Now, I did mention that not a lot of people tend to blog, but this is just custom colors and custom text to set up your blog page. I'm not going to go too much into this just because it is pretty self-explanatory. Blog email sign up subtitle text, blog email sign up button color. Next is trusted by, and this is the trusted by section that we have over here. So you're able to add any brands that you may be working with so that your clients know that you're more reliable. Here you'll be able to select the background color, the font color, the header text, if you want the image to be grayscaled or not, the header location, as well as number of company limit. And so your limit is just the total amount that will show on your front end. If you want to add the companies, all you'll do is select this link right here, then hit add a new trusted by company. You'll put the company name. If they have a order ID, you could put that in. And then you'll just put their logo right here. All right, next is your buttons. Your main button color, as well as your main button font color, is these buttons right here. So basically every get a quote now button will be your main button color, while your secondary button will be this button right here. And so you'll see that as your accent button color and accent button font. Here you'll be able to select if your button has a rounded edge or a sharp edge. And then you'll be able to select your CTA button color. Your CTA button is this button right here. But yes, it also affects this button. All right, now going on to your footer. On your footer, you'll be able to select the footer background color, the font color, the color of specific social icons, as well as specific links. So you'll notice that the settings reflect right here. Here, you're also able to select what you would like to show up on your on your footer. Whenever I start designing websites, there's only 2 items that I put as yes, which is your company contact details and your company items. However, if you would like to add more into your footer, like your policies, your warehouse location, any custom links you may have, or your company hours, you could select these as yes. and then change the number of rows. Currently I have 2 rows since there's 2 items, but now since I have 3 items, I'll change it to 3 rows. You'll just hit update design. Once you go onto this page and refresh, you'll notice that it shows up down here. All right, next is your About Us page. Here you could select a color background or image background, and then you'll be able to put the text that you would like. You can format this text. Let's say you want specific text to be bigger than others, like this text right here. You go into Formats, Heading, and then select the heading style you would like. Now let's say you're copying pasting this text from another website and it gives you a weird formatting. All you have to do is go to Format, clear formatting, and it will change it to the normal text. All right, next is your font. The font is basically just the type of text that will show up for your website. Currently this is at the default font, so I will change this. And you could also change the stroke of your font if you want it thin, medium, normal, bold, or whatever. So your header, H1 font, is the text right here. It should be the text that shows up on the front of all of your separate pages. Now your header fonts would then be each of these texts right here, as well as the text on your inventory item, which would be this text right here. All right, and then your body font is basically any text other than those two. So like for these descriptive texts, these that would be your body text. And then next would be your buttons and links font. Now this is basically just the font that you'll use for every single button on your website. And now once I hit update design, you'll notice over here that the fonts have now been changed. Yep. And that concludes basically the design portion. Now everything else can be added onto here as well. So that was under Manage Design. Now everything else would be Manage Articles. This is where you would add a blog if you have any. You could create a post and input all the information necessary. Under here, you could also manage your FAQs. So you'll notice this page is currently blank in terms of FAQs and everything else, just because there's nothing in it yet. Here, all you have to do is click the plus button, put in the question and put in the answer, change the status to active. Once you update the question, the FAQ will already show up on your front page. Now, once you hit update question, you'll notice a plus button show up right here, and you could just hit that and continue adding as many FAQ questions as you would like, so that you don't have to re-navigate back to your FAQs page. Now, if you go into Manage Galleries, this is actually the only page that has a separate design tab. So here, if you go into gallery settings, you'll be able to choose your header, your subheader, select the image you would like, as well as select if you want these specific sections and these specific items to show up on this page or not. If you go here under galleries and you click this plus button, you'll be able to create a gallery album. So here I'll just put test, and I'll select a random gallery image. Okay, I'll hit gallery, and now if you refresh this page, you'll notice that a new gallery has popped up. Now, if you click on this, this is actually where specific photos will be seen. So for example, maybe I didn't do this as test, but maybe I'll do it as tents instead. And then you could just add tent photos under here. So to do that, you'll just hit this plus button. You'll put the image in. If there's an order ID you would like to put, you could put that in. If there's a description you would like to put, you could put that in as well. Here, you'll be able to select inventory items. So whatever inventory item is shown on that photo, you could select that specific item so that when clients go to that photo, they're able to see what items are being used and order from there if needed. All right? And once you're done, you'll just hit create gallery image and your images will pop up under here. Now I'm going to put this as archived just because it is a tester. Going on to manage jobs, you could create job postings here. All you'll have to do is hit this plus button. You'll put the title of the job, the department the job will be under, the location, the description, any essential duties and responsibilities, the salary that you're paying, as well as the pay frequency. So are you paying weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, etc.? And yes or no to these specific items. Are they able to accept tips? Do they have PTO? And do they have these other different insurance coverages through your company? Once you're done, you'll just hit update job and it will show up on your separate job page. Under marketing, now you'll go under manage reviews. And here you'll be able to add client reviews. Now I will say, currently we don't have a function that is able to automatically pull reviews from other websites, so you will have to put that in manually. To do that, you'll just hit this plus button. You could just copy and paste their name. If they have a image link, you could link that image here, or you could upload their profile image. You could select the date that this review was left, how many stars was left, and you could just copy and paste the reviews. Here you'll be able to select where it's coming from. For example, if you're coming from Google Places, you'll see right here that the Google logo shows up. Then you'll just hit active and you'll create the review. Now, just like with your FAQs, you will notice a plus button pop up here afterwards. And this is just so that you're able to continue adding on reviews without having to re-navigate to the reviews tab. Last is just trusted by option, but like I showed you earlier, this could also be navigated towards under the manage design tab and under here. But yeah, that should be it for the delivery settings.